since I can get a good view of the clutch from here, I thought I would do just a minute or two on this. So the flywheel is on. Those bolts take 100 to 110. You have to support the crankshaft somehow, or else it's going to spin. So that's a big pain in the butt. So you're going to have to support the flywheel somehow because it's going to spin at 105 pounds. There's a couple different ways to do it. You can use these teeth. I've seen people talk about putting a screwdriver and wedging a screwdriver, something like this. While you're in the engine, I'm not in the engine. Actually, what I found worked out pretty well was I was able to find a sacrificial screwdriver. Actually, it wasn't intended to be a sacrificial screwdriver, but I guess it became that. It's plastic, so it wasn't going to mar anything up. And so I put this grade A bolt in there like this, and I had this wedged in there in between the teeth. Actually, it was upside down there like that. And I had it wedged in like so. When I spun it this way, it was caught. It wasn't going to go anywhere, and I was able to torque it down to 105. So you can use these bolt holes. There's a couple up here depending on what you want to do. Anyway, that's what I was messing around with it, and I finally figured out that would work. It chewed up the screwdriver, but it got the bolts on. And that's really some of the highest torque bolts that you're going to have while putting together the engine. In fact, I think they are the highest. Anyway, so that's one way you can hold it. Definitely need a clutch alignment tool. The clutch that I bought, and I put it in 2 years ago, was a Luke, L-U-K, I think it was 01-017, but it's made for the 258. I haven't had any issues with it, so I guess I would recommend it. Mine is still good. It still has plenty of pad. I've only put a few thousand miles on it, so I'm just going to reuse it. And here's a service plate here, where I guess that's just a cover plate, the transmission cover plate. Service plate goes underneath there. And I think I'm just ready to go ahead and put the clutch on. But again, you need the alignment tool to put in there so it holds the clutch in place. And the Luke kit comes with the service plate and the clutch plate. And I don't remember if it came with the bolts or not, but you have to pay very, very close attention. Do not mess this up. It says there's a little thing in there etching there. It says flywheel side. So make sure you don't get it flipped around, because I've heard of people having issues. Flywheel side. And so that goes here. Take the alignment tool out. It just goes in there and make sure that it's aligned. Also, put a little grease inside the pilot bearing there. I'm going to put also a little assembly lube on the transmission, actually whatever you call it, the snout that goes in there, and make sure that it's nice and lubed up. So that just holds that in place there, and it keeps it centered, because this is loose in there. And then the cover plate goes over that. These little bolts here. They go into these holes here that hold the clutch in. I think it can go on pretty much any way. This thing is heavy. It looks like it can go on any way. Make sure that is flush, and because when you tighten this down, it's going to pull the clutch plate, and you want to make sure that that's definitely centered. All right, 40 pounds. I'll do like a 20 first. And this should slide in, which means there's some even pressure around it. All right, yeah, that's loose. Yeah, the clutch plate isn't moving. It's locked in there now. Well, I guess that's it. That's the clutch plate, the clutch, the flywheel, transmission cover. Now it's going into the Jeep.